Have you ever wondered what happens if you put probably the best AD carry in Europe onto the jungle role in a Sovereign game? He's playing Kayn, so after watching this video you'll probably understand what you can do with this champion and how you can maybe play this champion if you're autofilled, and maybe just understand another role a little bit better, so if you get autofilled in any other role, so your life becomes, well, less miserable, because we all know what happens if the typical laner gets autofilled in the jungle. It's usually a disaster. So, after this watching, so here we have Mr. Kayn making his appearance, and he will start with a lovely Croc camp. He has Shimmering Spark, and if you're wondering why Shimmering Spark, what does it do? Shimmering Spark deals AoE damage around you, and for Kayn's passive orb generation, like red or blue form, any type of damage source matters. It doesn't matter the amount of damage you deal, it just matters that you deal damage. And that makes it so much more powerful to have this relatively early. Alternatively, what you can do, you can start with a longsword and go for a full clear and then reset and make a play with Shimmering Spark. You just buy it afterwards. Also putting another point into his first ability just to clear jungle a little bit faster makes life definitely a lot easier. And always trying to animation cancel your first ability into the wall, and his team is already dying without any jungle influence. You just love to see it, don't you? And whenever I see this happening, it's like, yeah, this can happen. And yeah, it's not the fault that you're full clearing, it's the fault that your teammates are playing bad. And if you try to accommodate for that one too much, you will just not be effective in your games, because you can still carry them very possibly. Because you need to be aware, getting gold and getting XP consistently allows you to be put into a place where you can still carry. If you go for coin flip plays where you can't do anything because you're completely reliant on your teammates, you might put yourself behind and then nothing can be done, because if you don't have gold, well, what are you supposed to do? Goes for a little full clear here. Now, we'll either look for an instant reset or maybe potentially for a little cheeky kill. He hits level 5 now, so he could go for a cheeky kill into the Syndra if she doesn't have exhaust or any defensive summoner, because all that needs to happen is this wave to be pushed, and yeah, flash combo in. Will he reach with the ultimate? Ooh, if this stun connects, it's actually a kill angle. Echo now here uses the ultimate instantly. Nice combo by his teammate. That was very well played. Very nice. Sadly, the Echo is a melee champion, so he gets red orbs, and he doesn't really want to have red orbs. He can also not really stay here, because the Garen might... Yeah, he was also on his way. Yeah. Boots down in his inventory, ready to move, and now we go for another clear and then look for potential play. The Malphite should have reset already, because even if the wave is in a bad state, he can't really do anything about it, so might as well just cut your losses and reset. Looking for a play on the Thresh here. Nicely lanterned by the Thresh, going for the play. This will grant him a lot of stacks. Half of his blue form now in this available to him. Echo is still level 4. And when you're ahead, you don't necessarily have to do more to get more ahead. You just have to look for opportunities that have less risk involved. And then you win automatically. Mostly, if you are an RTS player. You just have to, you don't have to take greater risk. If you are further behind and you don't necessarily have a win condition on your mind and your teammates play very bad, you have to take higher risks. For Kayn, you can also make the argument, you can int in early game once or twice to get the blue form instantly at like 4 minutes, and that will be worthwhile because the damage you gain will be higher than the gold the enemy has gained in terms of snowballing, because then you can just constantly be on the map, accelerate everything, just constantly kill people because you're so fast and have so much more damage. Going for the combo onto the enemy Lux. Will he get there in range? Hits her with the second ability. Now goes into the Syndra. Now this is a perfect opportunity where you can just fight for stacks. He can now look for a play onto the... Like, he could have technically, like, theoretically, just stayed onto the Syndra and even died for the play to get his blue form. And that is like a decision you could have made if you really wanted to. And then with the fast reset in the early game, go back onto the map. It's very possible. Now back into the jungle clearing mode, enjoying his time. And again, he should prioritize getting another cheeky play onto a ranged champion. Like, literally any type of damage suffices. Ideally speaking, it would be like linked up with his recall, like getting these stacks into recall. Very difficult now, though, because he has to be aware of what is happening up here. He has to respond to a potential play, and the Garen looks for this dive. He's very much going forward. Now is here, flashes out, just guards his Darius from certain demise. However, due to doing this, his reset will be delayed, and the enemy will have entry to an early objective. Nonetheless, or rather, there's 3 enemy people dead, so they cannot realistically do so without dying. Darius should now instantly walk towards the Herald up there. Oh, that's awkward. And check if the Herald is being done and just get the enemy jungle off of it, because he will be alone for quite some time there. Yeah. Doesn't want to do so, doesn't even want to check just to give information. Because if you just walk close and see they're on it and the guard is also there, okay, I just can't do anything. And I invested like 2 seconds, okay, is what it is. We move on. Like, he really just needs the stacks onto the Syndra. He really just needs to run her down. Probably gonna flash on her. I honestly would have just flashed on her. What is bro doing? Nice ultimate to avoid a certain death. Flashes away, gets the damage onto her. Is this enough for the blue form? It's actually enough. I would have I personally would have flashed onto the Syndra, because I think I've had enough damage. I would have enough damage to either kill her or get my stacks. So either outcome is fine with me. However, the outcome that, well, occurred here is still fine, even though he was not the person, technically speaking, deciding this outcome. It was more like the stars aligned. Now he has the blue form. Every one of these squishy champions are now free to be killed instantly, because look, he just finds the Kai'Sa down there and you will see what happens to her if he hits the spells. Hello Kai'Sa, and boop. Look at the damage. He doesn't even have an item, by the way. He doesn't even have a completed item. How crazy is that? Yeah, Lux Laser missing, and these minions deal so much damage, but Kayn doesn't really have cooldown on his third ability, so you can just speed heal with that as well as a form of sustain, as well of just dealing so much damage to these camps. Spot in the ward here, knows exactly what's going on, and if you think that Blue Kayn with this already that much damage, it will only get worse. Because right now we have 194 damage from first strike, but this rune really comes to shine the moment we have like the first or second item. Because then we start dealing so much damage, like such high amounts of damage, that we just one-tap people and gain like nearly 1.5 to double the amount of a kill. Thanks to first strike. Syndra also rushed Crown here. Crown on cooldown now because the Malphite procced it wonderfully and instantly ults on top with the Kayn being around. So the Syndra tried being smart, but the Malphite was actually smarter. Outsmarted by a rock. Oh, mega lol. And yeah, you're gone, by the way. And what is this Zhonya? Like, it's so, like, they build so defensive. It's crazy. I rarely see this hyper defensive stuff. Because in reality, you put yourself into a spot where you don't have stats to fight. You have a Zhonya's, that's great, but what is the benefit of that one in these situations? Syndra now coming in, misses the stun. Oh my god, if that stun hit, it would have been... Oh, no way, Syndra. You're so pissed. You are so pissed. I would be pissed too. She just walked after him. She wanted that kill so bad. Oh, man. And yeah, he realizes correctly. Needs the Edge of Night or life will be absolutely awful. And we certainly do not want this to happen to us. And yeah. Time to look for the next potential play here. What is happening up there? There is a guy doing some questionable things. Edge of Night being soon ready, but we are zooming around the map, spotting for the Echo, and the Echo will certainly just, yeah. Farewell. Plus 92 gold right now. Not too bad, not too bad. It's only gonna get more with every single pickup we get. And this is going to reach like very interesting numbers very soon. We have ultimate available to avoid certain death here. We deal some damage. We want to get the crown off. Wait, no, wait! He actually ulted into the crown, I think. So yeah, that's rough. That's tough. Because obviously it removes a layer of defense. He cannot go to the Garen up there. The Garen would just one-shot him. The risk is too high. Not worth the risk at all. Picking up even more lethality here. Having 2 lethality items and a straight Dirk on top. Probably also running sudden impact, so as you know. Being in a crazy state of hyper damage. And every single champion of the enemy team, with the exception of Mr. Garen, needs to be careful of his existence, because yeah, he deals quite a lot of juicer damage. Looking for the Echo, the Kai'Sa's overextending, and now you can just, in peace, look for the Echo, instantly tap that guy. The Echo has to ult this, or he probably dies. Yeah, he will ult this. Now the Kayn is on the hunt. Echo's basically running around the block with him, while the Kaisa is still being alive. Kind of a weird scenario that she was left alive for so long. Meanwhile, we have the typical top lane shenanigans happening up there. We have 2 people running at each other, and the Darius is now finally on the retreat angle while the entire enemy team is running after him like a rabid doglet. And he actually makes it out. That is crazy, bro. Oh man. The question is, why is the enemy still up there? What are they doing? And why is it working? What is... This is what I mean with WildRift. People just run towards places for the sake of running there. Kaisa. Oh yeah, Kai'Sa's, by the way, one of the best AD carries into Kayn because of her invisibility. It makes, like, look, he's so sad about this. Because it makes it so much more difficult for the Kayn to hit spells. And even the ultimate, like, if you're in a fight, for example, there's multiple people and you have portrait lock on Kaisa. And as you go in, she stealths. If you portrait locked her with ult, you want to ult, it will just not work. Because nothing, like, you will just ult somebody random and the Kaisa will be alive and you'll ult somebody else. And then you have a big problem. Because the Kaisa will be a lot healthier than she should be. And she will not instantly die to ult. Because later, Kayn ult kind of one-shots you as an AD carry. If you, well, not technically one-shot, but nearly one-shots you. Because, yeah, that champion's damage is very interesting if we go into late game. There's not much you can do about it as an AD carry. But it's fine, guys. We get items that reduce max HP next patch. Infinity Edge will certainly be built every single game, right? Garen's second ability very broken, avoiding the certain death by using ultimate to avoid the CC. Very good. Syndra very angry here, as well as the Lux. This was a very emotional flash, but doesn't have enough damage to kill. The MF gets the free kill here. Now it's a chase down scenario. Gets the kill with the first ability's splash damage, and now the Syndra is on the run. We'll get another third ability here to just speed through. Echo makes an appearance. We instantly zone this, but now we have to really be careful. There's a lot of damage. Echo uses ultimate, barely doesn't hit the Kayn, and the Kayn is still alive. And now it's a Kaisa angle. Kaisa barely has any mana, but he doesn't have ult, so this here is very dangerous. The Kaisa can still ult, but now she can't anymore and just dies. With all of this done, this is now a free Nasher angle. He could have killed... it would have been a loss of damage, I guess. Fresh needs to tank, so he doesn't have the Baron debuff you see in the bottom. Something you never want to have. Fresh is actually standing inside, so he doesn't get the debuff. Very well played by the support. We like to see it. Now picking up the crab for a Medi pack. Healing up. In case you didn't know, like, let's say you're a jungle and you kill crab with smite and kill it. You heal for like a gazillion life, because killing crab grants you mana and HP. And smite also grants you HP. Malphite just ulted in base. What check? That's a misclick. Getting the lantern here, soon even having Dustblade also. One of the beauties of Kayn is, oh no, Kaisa, boop, and you're gone. Being bound here, getting cool comboed, doesn't have Zonius available. Tragedy. Trading his life for the Kaisa, who's not really relevant at this point. Always a risk, you know, always something that's very dangerous to happen, because if you die at this point, you can never be like, is my team actually gonna play properly, or are they just drooling around and Ubering? Because in this scenario, it would be most beneficial to have at least 2 lanes being pushed and empowered by Baron minions. But with him being dead, this becomes very difficult. Because now they're just running in one lane. Another person probably dies to the miss. No, she doesn't die. Does Syndra not have any damage items? Like, what was this? Like, if I see Syndra do this, you die as an AD carry. Like, what? Huh? What check? He will not be there in time. Malphite is absolutely rocking this place. And yeah, just generally for jungle, you want to just make sure you find the healthy balance between farming and ganking. Like, you have this little tribute thing in the bottom, which stacks up over time as you don't kill camps. So what you can do, you can go for a few ganks here and there, and then let it stack up, and then collect it a little bit later, before it's fully stacked up, just to get a little bit extra gold. Usually this happens once you have fully cleared your jungle, and then have some downtime. And now the Kai'Sa just instantly evaporates into Narnia. Yeah, 194 gold, which is more than half of the Kaisa kill. So currently at 1.1k gold. The question is if there's any other rune that would be remotely competitive to this rune on this champion. Also quite funny, I soul on Kayn when he hits you with like the second ability and the Sentry or something. That shit's so funny. Yeah, Garen doing Garen things in the side lane, Misfortune being actually caught by him, things get very dangerous, and yeah, he gets get one tap because Garen is a Garen champion, and for some reason still does 50k damage with first ability, third ability, and ultimate with the Ignite dubstep movement, as well as having 90 billion% damage mitigation on his second ability on a low cooldown. Well, this Lux disappeared, we have stasis available here, we just need to look for an angle to we actually escape. Kai'Sa's getting too close. Kaisa needs to be really careful because Kaisa might still get one shot, and it's something that most players would not even be aware of. Even though the Kayn is like 1 HP, if he hits the second, which he did, and then ults, you just die from that point onwards because you can't exhaust from distance. And yeah, Syndra in the side lane, Echo also being here, Echo just being caught by the combo into stasis. He'll now spam ultimate or what? No, he doesn't even have to. Just pops first ability into ultimate and just takes care of the deal. And this will enable them to get another Nashor if his team wants to. With Nashor, this game should be absolutely safe and unlosable. Saying this in WildRift feels so bad because what the actual... Never mind, it's always losable. I just saw what the Fresh did. Always losable, always losable. Oh my god. This actually has such big consequences of what the Fresh has done. Like, this has such massive consequences. That is crazy. That could have gone so wrong. Oh my god. Like... No way, man. No way. Jamming. Instantly killing the little crabbers. Having the soul available here. And another Elder coming in. Camping in the enemy jungle. Can also use the Kayn's third ability to wall hack. The little annoying ghosty. Crown is being popped off the Echo. Now Echo can't play the game anymore because if he walks up, he just dies. Nice Lantern to avoid Scatter of the Weak. Now Syndra doesn't have counterplay anymore. With Scatter of the Weak being down, he can just go in for free. Pops the ultimate, goes into Syndra. Yeah, but yeah, you see that... Hello? How is that fine? You just got outplayed, bro. Just play better. Just dodge, lol. But yeah, Crown is the only lifeline they technically have, and even Crown is enough because he just uses one ability, goes into you with the ult, and what do? Your Crown is wearing off. If you don't have stasis, you just die 100-0 from that point onwards. And the game just ends. The Garen is trying his hardest to dissuade them from doing something, and the game is just slowly ending. He just makes sure the Garen dies. Garen, come on, die! Come on, die, Garen! Yes! And now he ends the game. He put the Garen into his rightful place, into the ground. And with that, we are at the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and check out Chronix after this video. See you soon for more RiftGuides content.